Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most powerful and controversial institutions in South Asia, the Pakistani military. From controlling billion-dollar businesses to shaping politics, committing alleged human rights abuses, and playing a double game with terrorism. The military's influence in Pakistan is massive and complicated. Is it a force for stability or a shadow government pulling the strings? Stick around for this 25-minute deep dive, backed by credible sources, to find out. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Let's start with money. The Pakistani military isn't just about tanks and jets. It's a business juggernaut. Through organizations like the Fauji Foundation and Army Welfare Trust, the military runs everything from cement factories to hospitals, banks, and even breakfast cereal brands. Fauji Fertilizer Company, for example, is one of Pakistan's biggest fertilizer producers. These ventures generate billions, but here's the catch. They often get prime land deals and tax breaks, crowding out private businesses. A 2023 post on X called the military a pseudo-conglomerate, and it's easy to see why. The Defense Housing Authority, or DHA, builds upscale neighborhoods, but critics say it grabs land at dirt-cheap prices, sometimes displacing locals. This economic power gives the military financial independence, letting it operate outside civilian control. But is this fair to Pakistan's economy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. It often runs it. The army has ruled directly for over 30 years through coups, and even when civilians are in charge, the military is pulling the strings behind the scenes. Let's break it down. Direct rule. Think back to General Ayub Khan in 1958, Zia-ul-Haq in 1977, and Pervez Musharraf in 1999. These generals didn't just seize power, they held it for years, reshaping Pakistan's laws, foreign policy, and society. Indirect control. Even during civilian governments, the military's influence is undeniable. Take the 2018 and 2024 elections. Allegations swirl that the military rigged the vote to favor parties like PMLN or block others, like Imran Khan's PTI. Arrests, media censorship, even judicial pressure. These are tools the military is accused of using to get its way. Hybrid governance. Under General Asim Munir, the military has gone further, joining bodies like the Special Investment Facilitation Council to directly shape economic policy. It's like the army saying, we're not just soldiers, we're your bosses too. Why does this keep happening? The military sees itself as Pakistan's guardian, stepping in when they think civilians are messing up. And honestly, they got public support. Polls often show the army is more trusted than politicians, who are seen as corrupt or incompetent. But here's the catch. This power comes at a cost. No prime minister has ever finished a full 5-year term. Democracy's struggling, and the military's dominance creates a Praetorian state, where civilians are often just figureheads. It's a cycle that's hard to break, and it's shaping Pakistan's future in ways we'll explore later. Pakistan became a key player in the US-led war on terror in Afghanistan, but their role was complicated. Let's unpack it. Alliance with the US and NATO. When General Musharraf sided with the US in 2001, Pakistan became a major non-NATO ally. They provided air bases, supply routes through Torkham and intelligence support. The US poured in over $32 billion in aid, including $3.5 billion for arms. Pakistan's operations, like Zarb-e-Azb in 2014, targeted al-Qaeda and the Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan, capturing big names like Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. Peace talks. Pakistan also helped broker the 2018 to 2020 U.S. Taliban talks, leading to the Doha Agreement and the U.S. withdrawal in 2021. Sounds like a solid ally, right? Not so fast. Here's where it gets messy. The U.S. and Afghanistan accused Pakistan of playing a double game. While they were helping NATO, their intelligence agency, the ISI, was allegedly supporting the Afghan Taliban and Haqqani network with safe havens, training, and weapons. Why? To keep Afghanistan as a friendly backyard against India, something they call strategic depth. Osama bin Laden. The 2011 U.S. raid that killed bin Laden in Abbottabad, right near a Pakistani military academy, raised eyebrows. Did the ISI know he was there? The U.S. didn't think so, or didn't trust Pakistan enough to tell them. Tensions. Things got heated with incidents like the 2011 Salal attack, where NATO killed Pakistani soldiers, leading Pakistan to shut down supply routes. By 2018, the U.S. cut aid, with Trump calling out Pakistan for giving safe havens to terrorists. So, Pakistan was cashing U.S. checks while allegedly helping the very groups the U.S. was fighting. It's a tightrope walk driven by money, geopolitics, and rivalry with India. But this double game leads us to our final topic: terrorism allegations. Next up, terrorism allegations of terrorism and affiliations visuals. News clips of Mumbai attacks, Taliban leaders, and FATF meetings of Pakistan military, especially the ISI, faces serious accusations of supporting terrorism. These claims come from the U.S., India, Afghanistan, and even global watchdogs. Let's break it down. Afghan Taliban and the Haqqani network. Reports, like a 2012 NATO study, suggest the ISI gave safe havens to Taliban leaders in Quetta and tribal areas. Mullah Omar, the Taliban's founder, died in a Pakistani hospital in 2013. Pretty suspicious, right? The Haqqani network, tied to Al-Qaeda, is another group allegedly backed by the ISI to influence Afghanistan. Kashmir militants. In India, groups like Lashkar and Jaish-e-Mohammed are blamed for attacks like the 2008 Mumbai massacre, which killed 166 people. India says the ISI trains and funds these groups to stir trouble in Kashmir, a region both countries claim. Domestic blowback. Here's the irony. Pakistan's own militants, like the TTP, have turned on them. Attacks like the 2023 Peshawar mosque bombing show how supporting militancy can backfire. Since the Taliban took Afghanistan in 2021, TTP attacks in Pakistan jumped 79% in 2023.